Good day, Omniacs. Can you hear me out there? Hello, hello, hello. Chat room is open. Omniacs, can you hear me in the main room? All right. Hey man, Lisa's starting to get better, although she had a bad night last night. But she's starting to get better. Physical therapist shows up today. Maybe I'll be able to go back into my bat cave soon. All right, so Omniacs, I have to say, we had a lot of profit in that trade. I had my alert set for 7406 instead of 7506. And 7506 was our PO number one. So we got short up to 7529, 7506. We should have been getting out of 50% moving stops to break even. I set my alert to 7406 instead of 7506. It didn't ring. I didn't get us out. This one's on me, kids. Omni gave us a place to get out with 25 points. I set my alert wrong. My bad on that. I mean, it's only 20 points against us, right? It's not terrible. We had a better win yesterday, but we should have been out of that trade with 25 points, locked in, done, see you later. We shouldn't be in this trade right now. My bad. We were trading at the 74, 75 spot, so I'm setting alerts, high alerts at 75 and change, low alerts at 74 and change. The alert to take profit should have been 7504. I set it at 7404 or 06. My bad on that, kids. I shouldn't have. You should have received the flash update at 8:30 this morning to take profits on 50% movie stops to break even. I didn't get a chance to do it because my alert was set at the wrong spot. I'm so careful with my alerts, too. How low did we get at 8:30? It was close. Let's look. At 8:30, we got, well, let's see. Yes, how close do we get to getting us out of that thing? 8:30. 1 minute chart at 8:30 this morning. Yeah, right there. We should have been out of that trade. 7504 hit right on the money. That's exactly where Omni wanted us to take profit. Oh my God, I didn't get us out down here. This spot right here was profit objective number one. And I didn't get us out. Oh my. Nothing. Either the stop gets hit or it comes back down and lets us out. That's just all bad on me, kids. We should have been out of that trade right there. I usually set my alerts right. It's rare occasion I get my alerts wrong. All right. All right, so we'll have to weasel out of this trade somehow. There's no way. Well, I mean, it could easily come back to 75, 30, 25. We'll hop out there and that'll be that. But yeah, we should have been out of that trade around 74.05, 75.04. See, I did it again. So yeah, Manny, now, I mean, it's too late. It's just too late. I didn't realize it till it was too late. Oh yeah. Well, now the way we have to play it now is if it goes to break even, we have to take that and be thankful to the gods of trading because we didn't get out when we were supposed to. We had 25 points in it. You know what I mean? It's $1,250 per trade. I just had my alarm set on the wrong. I had 74.05 or 74.06 instead of 75.06. All right. So if we drop down to 75.30 or lower, we're out, kids. We won't be able to ride this to see if it profits or not. Right. Sorry about that. The Omni did give us a good place to get in and out. Oscar didn't get us out. Yeah, 74.05 would have been fantastic, but 75.04 would have been good as well. You know, there's nothing wrong with 25 points in an ES trade. It's $1,250 on a one lot. Bonds are still low, huh? Yep, indeed. So at 8:30, obviously a report came out that changed complexion today because it sent us down to an omni profit objective, then turned around and went the other way. What came out at 8:30 today? I didn't expect a big report today. I mean, I read on Monday everything coming out. I don't remember a big one for Tuesday. Something came out, obviously. The market changed complexion at 8:30 this morning. So yeah, if anything, we'll have to wait this out. It drops another 15 points, which is nothing in the S&P anymore. We'll take our break even or close to break even and get out of this thing. Soybeans did not continue, huh? They went the other way. Boy, market sure have been tricky. Although I have to admit, if you do the math, we've had a really strong July so far in our trades. I think today, if we get this wrong, could be our first losing trade in July. And doesn't mean we're going to get today's wrong. We should have been right, but on me that we didn't get out. Now, you Omniacs that have been to camp, you see we had profit objectives down there, right? You guys know. The strait is closed. 320 vessels waiting to pass. Let's move this out of the way. Let's move this out of the way, and we'll see the straight tomorrow. Oh, really? Are you going to be this sensitive? Thank you. So the Straits monitor closed, baby. Since 27th of Feb, that's not true. So yeah, 320 ships waiting to pass. There were 420 last night, so 100 of them aren't there anymore. At least that was the count last night. Oh yeah, 97 went through. That makes perfect sense. All right, so what else? Crude at 84, 85, and the stock market up today. Go figure that one out. Bonds down, crude up, and the stock market is not getting slammed today. Yeah, that's true, Jay. The day is young. I'll have to give you that. Yesterday, same thing happened, right? It took till the end of the day, and then you made new lows. Don't miss what's happening. Well, here's what I can tell you about SpaceX. SpaceX is in a deal right now. That was Tesla, I know. SpaceX is working on a deal right now with the U.S. government to supply data storage for the military. So if they get that contract, the military gives out billions of dollars in contract. In all honesty, Jay Wessler, we've been doing really well with Omnis. Now that we've been in the groove, Omni's been killing it. But today it was on me. I made a tactical error. I didn't get us out of a trade when I should have. I put the wrong alert in. So what I do is anytime I'm going to trade, I set alerts. If I'm going to trade at the dollar at 100, I set an alert. I go here and I go, okay, when the dollar gets near 100, wake me up. This way, no matter what's going on in my life, I'm watching. If I'm not paying attention, the alert will go off. So this morning's alert to take profit was 75.04. I set my alert at 75.06. Makes noise down there. I'll get us out. But I set it at 74.06, 100 points away. I messed up on my alert. Yeah, they have a deal with Anthropic already, but they're trying to make a deal with the U.S. government. I'm assuming the U.S. government is going to trust Musk over other people and other companies, so he's probably going to get that deal. And that should be really good for SpaceX. And tell you what, Bitcoin did not break. Did you guys see that? Bitcoin did not break down last night. It is not dropping right there. You see that? That I like seeing. I mean, whether I'm in it again yet or not, I don't mind buying it when it moves up a little, but that is way better than what we were seeing last night, because last night the ball was red and moving down. Yes, gold looks like it may be breaking out of that infamous spot that we've been able to sell it at all the time. Here, look. Gold, I think, is getting ready to break out. Well, at least out of that spot. That doesn't mean breaking out completely. But we need to get this back to a daily first. So you do hear me clicking, right, computer? How do I get my daily? Can we switch this to a daily, please? Oh my God. That won't give me daily. It's just a simple left click over here. It's a possibility. If the charts tell me to enter, I will. All right, go back to a daily. We won't look at S&P at the moment. We will look at gold. So you see what gold did last night for the first time in a long time, and today it is above. How about that, huh? We haven't seen it do that in a long time. Look. No, 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 no. Ooh, that's different. So now you need another day, by the way. If you want an opinion on gold, you need another day outside of this channel. You get day two, you got something going on. If tomorrow you turn around and drop back into the channel, well, these things do happen every now and then. You get a 1 day spurt out of a channel. So if you want to be patient, let gold go another day, and then you'll know what to do with it. Silver probably did the same thing. I didn't put them in the video last night because they were so close to that spot. I kind of thought we'd let them do what they want to do first, and then we'll figure it out. And look, same thing here. So you have 1 day. You need at least two. So, Mike, I couldn't see what you guys were typing in the. I couldn't see what you're typing in YouTube because it doesn't make any damn noise. Any opinion on Omni Phoenix? Of course. I love the Omni Phoenix right now. It's doing great. We'll look at that. Let me see what else was in this YouTube chat room. I wasn't seeing it. Yep. Greg, it could be the earnings people are betting on. I'm just reading through the stuff that was written. So, Mike Sorrento, I get that you've been talking about M2 since you got here, but you seem fixated that M2 is all that there is in the world. And if you're not paying attention to M2, you're not following markets properly. Mike, I've been doing this for 45 years. I promise you it's not all about M2. I promise. You shouldn't be fixated on M2 only. It's not all about M2. That's been going on forever. It's not new. It's nothing new. We've all been watching M2. I've been watching it for 45 years. It's not new. It's not the only reason why these things happen. You should look for other stuff. I'm not avoiding anything. And it's interesting that you'd even say something like that. Oscar doesn't want to talk about it. What would that have to do with anything that has anything to do with me at all? Why would I want to talk about it? It's not the end-all be-all of what's going on out there. It's a liquidity tool to help either mop up or add liquidity, money, if you will, to the system. The Fed has been doing that for a lot longer than you've been paying attention to it. So I'm not paying attention. I just don't. I don't get fixated on one thing and call one thing the end-all be-all. That's just not the way to do this. Mega the FU too, huh? Now, get this. Omni did want us short today, S&P, and it also wanted us short Russ, but not even yet. It wanted us to get short if Russ got above 3,000 even. So it got up to 29.95. My Omni said if Russ gets above that 3,000 mark, you can hit that shit too. So let's see how this day is going to end up. It never got there, so we didn't put the trade on. You guys know how to do Omni. Some of you guys will come to camp. You know. You saw what the sale was on Russ. So, do I have an opinion on Omni Phoenix? Yeah, you need to buy some. It's tell you what, it's really been doing well. We're all impressed. Now, where would it be? I think the window's closed, to be honest. I don't even think I have it open at the moment. Is it here? It's not there. It's not here. And it is not here, huh? No, I don't think I have it open. No, it doesn't seem to be sitting in any window at all. Let's go look at it. Let's go find our Omni. Stop with this. There's no way to get rid of it. There you go. So, here it is. This is the Omni Phoenix for you, Neil. So far, you couldn't ask for a better look than that, right? Except for that, they're candles, which makes me want to throw up. But it always defaults to candles. Always, always, always. Let's get rid of the wicks at least. So, Neil, yes, congratulations if you've been in the Omni. It's just doing great. We're killing it with this thing.
All right, I'll see you in a bit. Gotta run out of review.
Good day, OmniX. Can you hear me out there? Hello. Yeah, chat room is open. There is no way to stop that from happening. Isn't that bizarre? Can I even find the X over here? Isn't that strange that there's no way to stop that? It's automatic. And now we have to find it. It's not there. It's not there. It's not there.
All right.
Where is it?
Hey man, this is starting to get better. Although she had a bad
Where
night
is this
last
coming
night.
from?
She's starting to get better. Physical therapist shows up today. Maybe I'll be able to go back into my back cave.
I don't see it anywhere. Do you?
I
mean, it's here, but I just don't see
all right.
it.
So Omniacs, I have to say,
Oh, it started itself. Wonder what those two things are.
Just the background, I'm sure. Anyway, I'll see you later.
All right, Mikey.
Good luck with the nurse and everything.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow! So no wonder what happened. I've been rebooted. Metastock's down. Everything's gone. No wonder why there's not stuff up.
Oh, where we did the internet, remember? Earlier?
Yeah, but that shouldn't have rebooted me.
Oh, alright. Well, maybe I'll let you know.
Any thoughts on XLP? We can pull it up and look at it together. Yeah, it must have been a Windows Microsoft update, no doubt. I hate when that happens because I leave so many things up and running till Saturday and then I reboot it myself. Let's see if we can get something to show up here. That's a long startup, huh? Come on now, whenever you're ready. Not responding. Finally, something's happening here. This guy has just gone plumb crazy. There it is. Finally. This is Boeing, BA. I know you were asking about Boeing, so this is BA, daily. And let's go to the end of the chart and see what it's doing over there. Oh, it's not 48, 24. So let's look. BA. They don't like it below the 200, and it's below the 200. You know they hate that. They don't like it below the 200, and that's where it is now. Show support at 180, to be honest, BA. Just looking at this chart, shows some support at 180. Let's add more bars to this chart. I still see support at 80, no matter how I look at the chart. So it looks like you have to look for some support near 80 on that one. 180, of course. And XLP, I know we have that sitting around somewhere, although it could be on the other computer. Yeah, it doesn't show up. It's on my other computer. Let's just put it in. XLP. I didn't see any pattern there at all. I mean, nothing. Like no pattern recognition there at all. That's the big mess. The only thing I can say about this is that it's one big old bear flag, if that's what it is. You know what I mean? It'd be hard to, it would have to prove itself. But yeah, because look, you have the big pole here and then a big ass flag going to the right, so it must be something. Right? Let's go look. Let's do the bottom of it. And let's do a parallel of that and do the top of it. Something like this look to it, right? It's got something like this going on right now. And we can make those thicker if you want so that you can see them. This guy down here, same sort of thing. And in fact, we don't want anything. I don't know why that's on that. It should be nothing. And you can pull this guy back a little to its pole. And then if you drop the pole in, I mean, it's something. Yeah, get rid of the extension on that pole. That's not going to do it. Let's get rid of that extension first of all. No extension. All of this is defaulting incorrectly. Let's make it bigger. There we go. So now, if you look at it like this could easily be a big flag here. So you have to let it tell you what it is. But that's, I mean, we just drew it up, right? Yes, wait until it breaks the channel is exactly what I would do. I would wait for it to break the channel. Otherwise, I wouldn't call it a bear flag. I would simply call it a channel. And we'll label this guy and save it. And this way we can refer to it on future days when we're trying to figure out stuff. We'll pull this guy up and see what it's doing. All right, and let's save it. Lowell Cardi, what do I think about Kroger? Well, Kroger's buying everything in the United States. I mean, they're buying up every supermarket you can get your hands on. Let's see if KO will come up. It's probably a .o. Maybe not a .o. Kroger ordinary shares. It's a .de. Whatever the hell that is. Ooh, that's not the right. That's not the right Kroger. Hey, Lise. Ah, okay. I'll be in just a moment. Yes. Physical therapist is outside. All right, I'll go grab him. Through the salon. You got it. All right, though. Bye. I'm going to take a little break, kids. Physical therapist is here to help Lisa. Let me just take a quick look at this, and then we'll take care of that. This is Kroger, huh? Let's label that. Well, let's save that for now. There's some work to do there. All right, give me a few moments, kids. I will be right back, okay? I got to let the physical therapist in, and then I'll come back. let's see where we're going here. All right, so the physical therapist is here, and I'd really like to actually see what she's doing. Oh, no food, no trades. We didn't take any. We didn't take any fills in Tesla. We only took one fill today in even the S&P. What I want to do is see what exercises they do for her, and this way I could do them with Lisa when she's not around. I'll give it a few minutes, go back in. Oh, caps lock, sorry. You know, my laptop is sitting right there. I probably could turn it on. I'm just telling that to call me when they actually start doing exercises. And then I'll go watch. Hey, Nat. Hey, if she starts doing actual exercises with Mom, let me know. I'll come watch. Gotcha. All right, so just if you can film it or something, just stuff that I'll remember. Thank you, doll. Bye. Wow, Nasdaq up 561 today. That's a turn, baby. That's a turnaround. It's a lot of movement. Back in. Look at that. It's back in. Talk about psychotic markets. Look where we are now. Crazy markets. Oh, look where we are now. We're back inside of the channel, or of the apex, if you will. The pennant flag. It's the rust inside of its channel. YM. I shouldn't say that anymore. That was for a video. Crude oil. Yuck. Yuck on the crude oil. And this guy stayed inside, huh? Look at this. It stayed in. It did not get under. And we don't know what the Omni will say tonight. I don't know what color it's going to be. I never know what color it's going to be. So, you like the yen, huh? You know, it's been so long since I could give it any credence. I really don't do much with it. Let me see if I can bring it up over here. Yeah, I mean, who would want to do anything with that except for cry your eyes out if you owned it? This is the Japanese yen. Oh, right, you got to call it the 6E these days, right? 6JU. That, there's nothing to be said there, is there? Is there much to say on that one, Jay Wessler? Ugly, 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 ugly. There's nothing to be said here. That's about all I'd say about the yen. What a shame what happened to that economy. Self-inflicted, by the way. This is a self-inflicted wound since the 90s. They did this to themselves. Of course, we look at cocoa all the time. I used to be a cocoa broker. Cocoa should be down here somewhere. ECOU, I think is cocoa. ECOU should be cocoa. Yes, that's your cocoa market. So when you look at that, let me just move my camera a little bit. Looking at that, I mean, that's just a wonderful looking chart. You see, if you remember, by the way, something that we talked about 2.5 weeks ago, there were two markets doing this that were double topping. And here's one of them. It hit its double top, it backed off, it's probably going to rally right through it. And I think they've been moving cotton around a bit too. You probably got to go out to these for cotton. Yep, they're kicking cotton around a little bit too. And then there's the coffee market. They ain't messing around with that sucker. Look at that moving coffee. But a lot of them reached double tops and backed off, and now they're moving back up again. YouTube chat room, where are you hiding? Oh, there it is. Nice run in gold today, up 71, huh? Took out all the stops above that red line. And then there's T-bonds. That's not helping yet. We need T-bonds to turn. Dropped out of the bear flag from last night. SpaceX finally had an update. Congratulations, SpaceX. It's been a while. Let's go look at that. Finally, dear Lord. You get one every 10 days. Come on now, move the camera. Thank you very much. You know, I didn't throw cotton in that mix, did I? Oh, wait a minute. It's cotton. Did I go to C? Oh, I went to C. That's pretty strong looking market too, that cotton market. So commodities are starting to get stronger. It means that inflation is starting to pick up a little bit. So Jay, what is it that you do? What markets do you prefer? Me, I don't really have a preference. I kind of try to stay around the markets that are more heavily traded, just so that, we're trading with the pros and not the amateurs, but I don't really have a preference. Well, my preference is to make sure I get out of my trades on time. That's what I prefer to do because we should have had a winning day today. I messed that up on us. It's 3 o'clock, huh? So we've had bearish signals for a couple of days. Now we're having this up day, which I don't know what that does for Omni. Interesting. It's going to be an interesting afternoon when I start looking for signals. I have no clue what I'm going to get. Hmm. Hmm. Look at that dollar. Let's see if we can make that a little smaller. Huh. Let's move this over. And let's make the euro look pretty ugly. Oh, yeah. Look what it does to the euro. There's a big old flag right there. Euro traders, are you watching? Look at this thing. Look at that, huh? You can even drop it here if you want, but we'll just leave it there. It's green. Should be red, but there it is. Where's my pointer? There we go. Got to assume the British pound looks about the same, right? Swiss franc. Eef, eef. Yuck on that Swiss franc. Yuck. Yuck, is that ugly. Canadian dollar. Australian dollar. Big old head and shoulders. All right, so you need a 15-point drop. Drop 15 points, let us out. I know I made a mistake today and didn't get us out on time. You could be nice to me, though, can't you? At least I'm honest, kids. I never, ever lie about this. Ever, ever, ever. Was not going to not tell you the truth. That was on me today. Utah. Dogs are barking. Dogs are barking, and there's a human in our house that doesn't belong here. I wonder what that's about. Hey, Nat. Oh, okay. Let me come in real fast. Thank you, bye. All right, another 5 minutes, kids. I'll be right there. I think that the dog should just tear her up anyway. Just to see it happen. Hey, look, the dogs are chewing a human. All right, be right back, kids. I'm just going to go check on Lisa. Physical therapy. Today's the first day. I just want to make sure I know what's going on out there. And what can we do here? We can do... Where's the notepad? It's right there. So what's the problem? All right. Sorry about that. Physical therapist just left. And we made copies of all the exercises. All right. Nothing changed at all in the markets while I was gone for a few moments. Yeah, I see. Strong guy. The only one we got was 8:30 this morning. And that's the one we should have been out on. You didn't get out down there, Kyle? Sorry, I didn't send the flash. I didn't even see it get there because the alert didn't go off, so it didn't call my attention. All right, we won't do that again tonight. Some running gold, huh? Up $72. Yeah, well, I can't control that, Jay. Whatever Omni says is what it says. No, I never go against it. It's done really well for us not going against it. So, of course, as day traders, there's no shot we're going to get every one of our trades right. That's just not a possibility for day trading. But, Omni's pretty darn good. Have a losing month every now and then, maybe 2 losing months in a year, sometimes 3, but that would be a lot. I think July, if I remember right, we're having a strong July. Let's see if I could find it. See if the July is being calculated yet. Here. So if we look at this, I don't know how much of this you guys can actually read. Let me see what I'm showing you. And let's get our camera out of the way if we can. If you look here, it shows how much we made each year. And then it breaks down the months, how much we made per month. And so people, of course, these are being totaled every day. And then they do the monthlies for me so I could find out what I'm doing per month. And I don't think we have anything set up yet for July. We just finished June. So it's all being tallied, it's being watched every day. Yeah, I can't say I blame you on an earnings report, Jay. That's a good idea. Yeah, we had some really strong gold trades so far this month. We would have had a great silver trade too. We just didn't get a fill. I mean, it was like points away, and it dropped for like $3 before I could blink. That would have been a real addition to the month. Well, the volatility now in metals is not out of control anymore, so Omni finds good places, and so far so good. You know, 6 months ago the volatility was so grand there was just nowhere to put stops. If you remember, we were in a trade that was 7,000 in our favor, and we lost 15,000 on the same trade in an hour. It's just too much volatility. Um, they're certainly bouncing around a little bit. I mean, silver never belonged where it was. You heard me talking about that since it got there. It's probably a $45 metal. So what's today? Tuesday. Oh, it's only Tuesday. Oh my God, we got all week to beat these markets up. Oh, sure. It's early in the week, kids. Well, I'm gonna vote for 75.30 so we can get out and there break even. But I don't know where it's gonna close. 75.30, baby. Everybody root for it. We got filled from 24 to 29. 30 is close enough to get out without much damage. I will say though, we're having a small losing day compared to the winning days that we keep getting. So we'll take this little losing day. Be what's it, 18 points against us? So what? 20? That's nothing compared to the movement that we take profits on. You made $1 today? Hey, beats the crap out of losing. I would say that you can go downstairs and get yourself a hot dog, but they're $2.50 now, so a hot dog you can't even buy for $1. All right. Let's see. Just in case it happens quickly, we'll leave a downside alert to get us the heck out of this thing. Yeah, no doubt. Beats the crap out of losing money for the day, for sure. But I don't look at any one day that way ever. I just kind of look at the years. Was it a good year? Was it a bad year? I really don't even pay attention to winning or losing throughout the month because I've learned after all of this time that you never ever sweat the trades. Just put them on and put them on and put them on and see where you are at the end of the year. If you sweat the trades, you have a tough life. Now, there are some people that live and die with every trade. Winning trades are the happiest person in the world. Losing trades, they are the saddest person in the world. That is absolutely not supposed to happen. You are not supposed to, let's call it go home, right? That's what, when the day ends, we're going to call it going home. You're not supposed to go home and be arguing with your family because you had a bad day. You're not supposed to fight with your spouse. You're not supposed to kick the dog. Win day, lose day, as long as you did your trading correctly. I put my stop in, the stop get hit is what it is. You're not supposed to ever have a different attitude about it. At the end of the year, you start getting happy that you're having a winning year, but you got to maintain that I'm so angry I lost today. Oh, I'm so excited I won. That's what non-professionals do. Novices get all crazy over every win and loss. If you're a pro, win, lose, I still got money in my account. I'm not going to worry about it. And you just keep moving forward. Um, I, it's going to take them a long time before they know how to trade, kids. You can't learn human behavior when you're not human. It's very difficult. It's a very difficult thing to transfer to a computer. And us humans do strange things like get up in the morning pissed off at something we were mad at last night and sell for no reason. And it happens all over the world, and AI just has no idea how to handle that stuff. So you're still messing with that AI. You got to, a week or two from now, Eddie, you got to show me what you got. You got to let it run for a little while and see if you even found anything. So I spent a lot of my life in options pits, trading futures versus options, um, doing conversions all day long, sell a put, sell a future, buy a call, sell a call, sell a future, buy a put. You do stuff like that all day long to lock in money, and then you wait for the end of the month and it all expires and you get whatever you collected. But I have to say, I don't think I've traded options 5 times since I left the trading floor. You can't put stops in. If you do, you're going to get wrecked. If you're on the wrong side, the volatility in options is greater than the volatility in any other trading vehicle on the planet. And options were made and created to be an insurance policy against an already established winning position. They weren't really meant to be speculated with. But of course, we're speculators, and that's what we do. I mean, commodities markets weren't meant for speculators either, but it's what we do. So options fits in that, except for its volatility can be grander than any market you've ever seen trade in your life, because when the crap hits the fan and you go to buy back your call or put, and there's nothing offered for 400 or 500 points, there's nothing that you can do about it. It's just what happens with options when the crap hits the fan. So unless you're extremely cautious with options, they turn out to be deadly enemies. They're deadly friends because they're friendly at first. Well, certainly the theta right off the bat, you're going to be losing because theta is the rent that you're paying just to own the option, whether you bought it, sold it, put a call. They're charging you rent every day, and the price of that option is becoming worth less every day, whether the market moves, doesn't move, or moves dramatically. You're still losing money every day on theta. So you got to be careful with options. Now, they are certainly fantastic for if you are long. Let's say grandpa left you some shares of some railroad from God knows when, and it's worth 500 grand. You sell calls against it all day long. You just let the calls evaporate down to nothing. If the stock ever goes high enough to hit your call, you give out some of your shares. That's what they were invented for. And then everything else after that went crazy. All right. 28 minutes left till the stock closes at 4. What is that? Oh, there's a red phone, huh? The hotline. Some stupid emoji that I found by accident. It's the bat phone. That's what that is. Can't believe how long S&P's just been sitting at 75.45, just sitting there and sitting there. Just like no golden goals in the last few games we watched. Didn't China ban gold trading recently? Wasn't that a thing that came out about 3 weeks ago? Because you're writing no gold and paper trades in China. Speaking of China and gold, I could have sworn that 2 weeks ago, they banned trading gold in China. And then what happens if you get caught owning it? Do they chop your hands off? I mean, they make a rule and then you've broken it just by owning it. What happens to you? Come on, S&P. You can go 14 more points. Come on, baby. We'll be waiting for you. What's doing, Mike?
Just got home to run an errand for mom.
So no reply to that China remark, huh? You mentioned China and then you stopped talking. What happened? Did they come take you away? New high, Russ. Where that underlying strength came from. We'll see. I mean, you can't call that one, Jay. I can't even. I don't know what it's going to be. I never know until I run the Omni. It'd be interesting if it stayed green. All right, so the street decided that that was that, huh? Yes, I agree. It's been a boring day. It was a little exciting. We could have jumped out with 25 points this morning, but that was about it after that. But I'll tell you what, that Russ making a new high at the end of the day, somebody's in there buying. That's your weekly? Mm-hmm. I'm with you on that. That's what I was pointing out last night. We got to get back into that channel. Save the market. I think I have that here on 20. Right there. Oops. We need that to get back in the channel. In other words, it needs to get back up here. Because we're finished with this channel. We've had our work in here. Now we want to build above it. So we need to get out of this channel. Oh, yeah, absolutely. All the time. Well, look what happened back here. It's a weekly, don't forget. It takes a whole week to decide. Today is only Tuesday. This can easily be way up here by Friday. So you got to be very careful right now that it's starting to make its way back up. That green bar, it's going to be very telling if it gets back above the line. You know, you're almost better off just getting them out of your scope. I don't even consider them anymore when it comes to trading, Jay. Now, I used to be someone that traded Japanese, the Japanese yen. We used to trade the Japanese stock market, the Nikkei. We used to trade Jenga bonds all the time, forever, every day. It was part of our lives. You did nothing without knowing where that stuff was. And I'd say for the last 15 years, 20 years, I could care less. I don't even look. Only because the street could care less. If the street pays attention, I'll start paying attention. Tuesday. Monday was down. Tuesday was up. Here we go again, kids. Well, I don't know about that. The combination of buy it and stop it. We've Omni's been faring very well when it gets fills. It seems to be decent market play, whatever's going on out there. There's no way this continues with crude. This is just too much, too much, too much. This crude move. It's just too much movement. SpaceX is rolling over again, huh? That was a quick one-day rally. Look, it's almost by the lows. MCM, isn't that how this whole thing started? Most people tend to have short term memories and they don't remember this. Thousands and thousands of Iranians pleading with Trump to help them. Does anyone remember this? Because, people tend to have short term memories, especially with the internet now. People only remember the shit they read yesterday. Does anyone remember Iran pleading for help? Please get us away from this lunatic ruler. Please, someone do something about it. That's how this started. They've already had their revolution. They just now are afraid to do anything about it. Yes. Basically, they executed 40,000 of them. That's really bad news, huh? I'm not laughing at them dying. I'm laughing at the fact that this is allowed to even happen on our planet. You can't send in troops. That right off the bat, that's a long, long projected war once you do that. You can't send in troops, and to be honest, you really don't need to anymore. Troops are called drones. Troops go in to clean up the mess when the war's over, rebuild. You don't send troops in to fight anymore. So boots on the ground is something that happens after the war's over these days. I don't think we send boys in with machine guns to get to the beachfront. You know what I'm saying? I think those days are over, that type of war. Well, if the GOP loses the House, believe it or not, the Democrats are Iran friendly over US friendly. They like Iran more than here. So it's going to be a big problem if they win. People in this country, don't let those lunatics take over. Now, I'm a guy who's voted Democratic half his life, Republican half his life. I'll vote for any side I think can do a good job. Right now, it seems that the Democrats are on the side of Iran. Whatever. I don't know that you want to give them power at this moment in time. Maybe in 4 years. I don't know about right now. But you do realize that the Democratic Party wants to turn us communism. They want socialism. This is scary what's going on lately. They used to be a normal party that just wanted to be democratic. You know what I mean? They want to be communists now and socialists. That's not what our country's built on. It's what we fought to get away from. 250 years later, people forgot. I mean, the world forgets that the reason why we're here is to get away from the shit that they're trying to turn the U.S. into. Doesn't make any sense. That's why we fought the British, damn it. We don't want that here. All right, so getting fills is not going to be an easy task. You can tell just by the way this thing traded today. Fills are going to be hard to come by tonight in some markets. Maybe good in other markets though. We might have to go shopping elsewhere tonight. On the new high, Russell 2000. So what do you have there? Real communist, as Marx wanted. It has never existed before. Yeah, Karl Marx didn't even get what he wanted. Um, that is true about Switzerland. I'm not going to argue with that, Eddie. Even the Swiss franc has maintained its integrity. Oh, your brother lives there, huh? Sounds like a not a bad place to come from. I've been there before. It's a beautiful place to look at. So you're saying that Switzerland is the richest country per capita, is what you mean by that, right? Not the richest country, but the richest country by capita. Meaning the people there, if you counted them, there are richer people overall in that country than any other country. Doesn't make them the richest country in the world, makes them live really well as a country. So if you just moved to Switzerland, you're rich? Is that how this works? What we gotta do is move there and we'll be rich? Mikey, pack up, kid. We're going to Switzerland. We're gonna be rich. What's wrong today?
Nothing. Why?
You look like something's wrong. 4% tax, huh? That's not bad at all. Hold on a moment. Communism doesn't have trade unions. It's the exact opposite. The people don't get a voice in communism. There's no unions. Those unions would be killed. There's no such thing in communism as people getting together to say anything as a crowd. I hope we don't get what these kids here are asking for in this country, because I promise you they will be so regretting every second of what they ask for. Imagine getting turned into basically a prisoner from the free person that you are in this country now. Not that they'll lock you up, but you'll live under rules that could get you locked up if you sneeze wrong. You kids have no clue what you're asking for. Communism didn't exist until after that war. Nobody knew what communism was back then. Didn't exist till after World War II. China didn't have communism till after they seen it in Russia. You don't actually think that building a wall is a problem, do you? In other words, you don't think that stopping millions of people from flooding your country, that's not an issue to you, is it? Because if so, don't ever lead a country. Oof. Yuck. That's some really nasty stuff you're bringing up, Eddie. They experimented on their own. I thought that was the Bloods and the Bloods and the Crips, no? Am I getting this wrong, red and blue? So, are the Republicans the Crips or the Bloods? Who would they be considered? I don't even know whose colors. Who belongs to what color? I don't know.
Bloods are red.
The Bloods are red? Yeah, blood red makes sense, right?
And some other dumb shit like Blood don't say any word that starts with the C, Crips don't say any word that starts with the B. Or
Really?
like that, or they don't say certain words.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Mm-hmm.
That shows super intelligence amongst that crowd. Super intelligence. Don't say any words with a B in it because it stands for Bloods. Yeah, there's some real intelligence going around there, huh?
Yeah, unless that's a different rule. I remember hearing a lot of that in high school. I guess people.
Now, do they still exist? The Bloods and the Crips? Is that a thing still, or was that an 80s, 90s thing?
It's a good question. I would think California probably, right?
You don't really hear it anymore. I think the raps, when it was gangster rap, I think all of that was sort of created back then, you know.
Well, again, that kind of all coincides with what we talked about like the football and NFL, football and basketball being a little more like hood in the early like 2000s, 90s,
Sure.
mid 2000s, just due to life, culture, clashes, the whole 9 yards.
Eddie, I agree with you 100%. There are good ones. There are good representatives in the Democrats as well as the Republicans, which is why I'll vote for either side. If I see a good one, I'll vote for him. You know, him, her, whatever. I don't hold myself out as a Republican or a Democrat in any way, shape, or form. I'm a human who lives in America who votes for someone who thinks might do a good job. I don't actually have a party. We have lots of parties here, but I don't belong to a particular party. And I don't understand people who do. I get that you vote for someone and you stick behind that person you voted for. I've never understood people that just have one side only. That's it. I am blue side. That's that. I'll vote for the worst candidate in the world as long as it's on my side. That's just so stupid. You know what I mean? It's just not right. You are a free American. You can vote for anybody you want. You shouldn't have a side. You should vote for people you think could do a good job. I don't understand the reference. What's 9 black robes? That obviously means something to do with a. Oh, gotcha. 9 black robes. I got it. Supreme Court. I was thinking other countries. I was way out of the U.S. on that one. Sorry. I get it. Supreme Court. And we here in Europe believe that the algo of big tech are driving us crazy and trying to convince ourselves that one side is to blame. 1,000% correct, Eddie. 1,000% correct. You are absolutely right about that. It is biased like you have never seen. In fact, when it first came out 2 years ago, 3 years ago, it was biased. You guys remember the experiment? Were you guys with me when I did the experiment? When ChatGPT was released? Does anyone remember it? I said, ChatGPT, I want you to write a story. I want you to, not a story, I want you to convince my son Mikey by writing a resume of stuff he's done in his life. I want you to convince him to run for president of the United States. Now write something that I can hand to Mikey, Mike Carboni, I gave him the information, and it scans the internet and it comes back with an insanely good write-up that, I mean, Mike, did you not want to run after reading that?
No.
You read that and went, wow, I guess I am a candidate. I should run. It was really well written. So the next question, I said, okay, now I'd like for you to write a story for us. I want you to make Obama a superhero, and so write a story in the comic book genre and make Obama a superhero. Enter. And it comes back with a 3-page story, and not Obama, Biden. I'm sorry, and Biden is wearing a bee on his shirt with a circle around it and a cape, and he's here to save the world with his environmental choices. And that was the story it wrote for Biden. So I took the same exact sentence and I removed President Biden and I wrote Donald Trump. So the whole sentence was exactly the same. I deleted Biden, put Trump's name in there, and it wrote back to me, "Sorry, I'm not allowed to comment on policies of that nature." That's what it came back to us with. So it wrote the story and made one side a superhero, and the other side, who wasn't even president yet, who was just running, he wouldn't even speak to me about him. How bad is that? Now, I did that live in front of hundreds of you at once. What's really important? Your health, your family, your finances. Everything else is bullshit, to be honest. Everything else is stuff we pay attention to that we don't need to pay attention to. Oh, it's 4:01. Market's closed a little while ago. All right. I say we just take the lumps right here. We're in at 24 to 30. It's at 44. Gets above 45, you should get out. Gets below 40, you should consider getting out.
See you inside.
All right, Mike, I'll see you inside. Quick flash. Flash update posted, kids. All right, so I'm sorry. What effect will this give Oscar? Hans Hendricks? What are you referring to? Ah. Come on, yes. A couple more ticks. Just let us out. Okay, can we find them? That's interesting. Day time is 4:12. He might be at work. Let's find out what his character is. Well, that's bizarre. Any number I call my phone is not working. That worked. Oh, that's just bizarre. All right, so 414. 14. All right, let's come back this afternoon with some analysis and see what we can do. And I got a couple of quick calls I gotta make. And we're out of here. I'll take these calls from outside. All right, kids. If you want to hang out with me for the rest of the night, go to livewithoscar.com and join us in our free trading room. That's where you'll find me for the rest of the night. I'm going to stop the streaming now and go have a little bite to eat for lunch and then come back and do analysis and get ready for the night markets. So if you want to join me, livewithoscar.com. Just go here. Just go here and come hang out with us. All right, kids, stop showing emotions around. I'll see you in about